look a bit down. Why are you sad?
It's my English. I try so hard, but I still feel like it's not good enough.
So, how was your day yesterday?
It was good. I mean, nothing special happened, but it was fine. You know, just a normal day.
And how about the movie you watched last night?
It was good. The plot was okay, not amazing, but it was entertaining.
What about your new job? How's it going?
It's good. I've learned a lot, but I feel like there's still a lot to figure out.
And the food at that restaurant you went to last weekend?
It was good. The taste was nice, but it didn't blow my mind, you know?
Hold on. Do you see the problem here?
What do you mean?
You're using good for everything. Day, movie, job, food, it's all the same word. And you're giving explanations. But the word good still makes everything sound kind of basic. That's why your English isn't improving.
Oh, I see what you mean. So, what should I say instead?
Let me show you 10 better words to use instead of good. These words will help you sound more fluent and precise. Welcome, everyone. If you're tired of using the same old words like good, sad, happy, and other words, that there are many expressions to sound more fluent and natural in English, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to show you different words to say instead that will help you speak more confidently and sound like a native speaker. The word good is a very common word people use to describe something positive. But using it too often can make your English sound basic or repetitive. There are many other words you can use to express different types of positivity more clearly. Here are 5 better alternatives to good and how to use them in everyday situations. First, the word excellent means something is very high quality or outstanding. You can use it when something is really great and stands out. For example, you can say, the service at the restaurant was excellent, or she did an excellent job on the project. Next, the word great is a general word for something very good or enjoyable. It works in many situations. You might say, that was a great movie. I loved it, or you did a great job on your presentation. Another useful word is amazing. This means something is very impressive, surprising, or wonderful. Use it when something really catches your attention. For example, the view from the top of the mountain was amazing, or I had an amazing time at the party. The fourth word is fantastic. This means something is excellent or wonderful, and people often use it when they're excited about something. You could say, that concert was fantastic. I loved every moment, or your new house looks fantastic. Finally, we have the word wonderful. This is often used to describe something that brings happiness, joy, or satisfaction. It's used for warm and positive experiences. For instance, we had a wonderful time during our vacation in Paris, or she's a wonderful friend who is always there when I need her. To summarize, instead of always saying good, you can say excellent when something is outstanding, great for general praise, amazing for impressive things, fantastic when you're excited, and wonderful for joyful or warm experiences. These alternatives will make your English sound more natural, fluent, and expressive. The word bad is commonly used to describe something negative, but there are stronger alternatives that can help you express your thoughts more clearly or with more emotion. Here are 5 alternatives to bad with examples. Terrible. This word is stronger than bad and is used to describe something of very low quality or something distressing. Example, the food was terrible, I couldn't eat it. Example, he had a terrible day at work. Awful. Use this when something is extremely unpleasant or unsatisfactory. Example, the movie was awful, I didn't enjoy it at all. Example, she had an awful headache all day. Horrible. This describes a very negative experience or something disturbing. Example, the weather was horrible with heavy rain all day. Example, that was a horrible mistake to make. Dreadful. This word emphasizes something very unpleasant or alarming. Example, the service at the restaurant was dreadful. Example: I had a dreadful time trying to fix the car. Disastrous. Use this for situations that are extremely bad or that have caused serious problems. Example: the project had a disastrous outcome. Example: the storm caused disastrous flooding in the city. Using these alternatives instead of bad helps you express a stronger sense of negativity or poor quality and makes your English sound more precise and natural. The word happy is often used to describe a positive emotion, but there are stronger or more specific alternatives you can use depending on the intensity or context. Let's look at 5 alternatives to happy and how to use them. Joyful. This word expresses a deep and pure sense of happiness, often associated with celebrations or great moments. Example: she felt joyful when she saw her family after a long time. Example: the children were joyful during the holiday season. Delighted. Used when someone is very pleased or thrilled, often with a sense of appreciation. Example: I'm absolutely delighted to meet you. Example: they were delighted by the surprise party. Elated. This word conveys a sense of being extremely happy, often due to a specific achievement or event. Example: he was elated after receiving the good news. Example: she was elated when she won the competition. Cheerful. This describes a person or a mood that is consistently happy and positive, often in a friendly or lighthearted way. Example: she has a cheerful personality that makes everyone smile. Example: he woke up in a cheerful mood this morning. Pleased. This is a more formal or subtle way of expressing happiness, often in response to something specific. Example: I'm pleased with the results of the project. Example: she was pleased to hear that her friend had recovered. By using these alternatives, you can express a deeper or more specific level of happiness instead of just saying happy. The word sad is commonly used to describe a feeling of unhappiness or sorrow, but there are other words you can use to convey different levels or types of sadness. Let's look at 5 alternatives to sad and how to use them. Unhappy. A general term for feeling sad or dissatisfied, often used to describe a mild form of sadness. Example: she felt unhappy about the changes at work. Example: he was unhappy when he didn't get the job. Sorrowful. This word expresses a deeper sadness, often linked to mourning or grief. Example: he looked sorrowful after hearing the bad news. Example: her sorrowful expression showed how much she missed her friend. Depressed. Used to describe a more serious or long-term sadness, often associated with emotional distress or mental health. Example: she felt depressed after the breakup. Example: he was depressed and couldn't find joy in anything. Miserable. This word conveys a sense of intense sadness or discomfort, often used when someone feels physically or emotionally drained. Example: he was miserable during the rainy weather. Example: she felt miserable after failing the exam. Heartbroken. Used to describe a deep, emotional sadness, often due to a personal loss or betrayal. Example: she was heartbroken when her dog passed away. Example: he felt heartbroken after the relationship ended. By using these alternatives, you can express various degrees or forms of sadness instead of just saying sad. The word smart is often used to describe someone who is intelligent or quick-witted, but there are other words you can use depending on the level or type of intelligence being referred to. Let's look at 5 alternatives to smart and how to use them. Intelligent. A formal word used to describe someone with high mental capacity and the ability to think and understand things easily. Example: she is an intelligent student who always gets top marks. Example: he gave an intelligent response to the question. Clever. Used to describe someone who is quick to understand, learn, or solve problems, often with creativity or originality. Example: he came up with a clever solution to the problem. Example: she's a clever girl who loves puzzles. Bright refers to someone who is quick to learn and understand, often used to describe someone with potential or natural intelligence. Example: she's a bright student who excels in science. Example: he is a bright young man with a promising future. Sharp describes someone with a keen mind quick thinking, and the ability to understand things quickly. Example, he's got a sharp mind and is excellent at math. Example, she has a sharp eye for detail and never misses a mistake. Knowledgeable refers to someone who has a lot of knowledge or expertise in a specific area. Example, she is a knowledgeable teacher who knows her subject well. Example, he is a knowledgeable professional with years of experience. By using these alternatives, you can convey different aspects of intelligence and make your language more precise. The word fast is commonly used to describe speed, but there are stronger alternatives you can use to convey a higher or more specific level of speed. Let's look at 5 alternatives to fast and how to use them. Quick, a general term used for something that happens in a short amount of time. Example, she gave a quick response to the question. Example, I need a quick snack before we leave. Rapid, used to describe something that happens very quickly, often used in more formal contexts or to emphasize speed. Example, the rapid growth of technology is changing the world. Example, he made rapid progress in his training. Speedy refers to something that is fast, often used to describe movement or actions that are performed quickly. Example, the speedy delivery of the package impressed me. Example, he took a speedy look at the report before the meeting. Swift, often used to describe something that is not only fast, but also smooth and efficient. Example, the swift response from the team helped resolve the issue. Example, she made a swift exit after the meeting. Brisk describes quick action or movement, often used for walking or working quickly and energetically. Example, he took a brisk walk around the park. Example, she worked at a brisk pace to finish the project on time. By using these alternatives, you can describe speed in more varied and precise ways instead of just saying fast. I'd like to explore more words. Slow is commonly used to describe something that takes time or doesn't move quickly, but there are other words you can use to express different types or degrees of slowness. Let's look at 5 alternatives to slow. 1. Gradual refers to something that happens slowly over time, often used to describe a process that develops step by step. For example, the change in temperature was gradual, not sudden. His recovery was gradual, but he eventually got better. 2. Leisurely describes something done slowly in a relaxed or unhurried way, often used for activities that are intended to be enjoyed at a slow pace. For example, we took a leisurely walk through the park. She enjoys a leisurely breakfast on weekends. 3. Sluggish describes something that moves slowly or lacks energy, often used for things that are slow in an unnatural or tiresome way. For example, the computer became sluggish after several hours of use. He felt sluggish after the long trip. 4. Deliberate refers to something done slowly and with careful thought or intention. For example, she made a deliberate decision to move to a new city. His deliberate approach to solving the problem paid off. 5. Languid describes something slow and lacking energy, often used to convey a sense of tiredness or weakness. For example, the hot weather made everyone feel languid. She gave a languid wave as she left the room. By using these alternatives, you can convey more specific types of slowness depending on the context. Important is commonly used to describe something of significance or value, but there are other words you can use to convey different levels of importance or to sound more precise. Let's look at 5 alternatives to important. 1. Significant. This word is used to describe something that has a strong impact or influence, or that holds a lot of meaning. For example, her contribution to the project was significant. The significant changes in the policy affected many employees. 2. Crucial refers to something that is essential or vital, often used when something is needed to ensure success or avoid failure. For example, it's crucial to submit your application on time. The meeting tomorrow is crucial for the success of the project. 3. Vital. This is used to describe something that is necessary for life or success. It's a stronger term than important. For example, water is vital for survival. Her input is vital to the success of the team. 4. Essential describes something that is absolutely necessary or fundamental. For example, good communication is essential in any relationship. A solid foundation is essential for a strong building. 5. Key. Used to describe something that plays a central role or is the most important factor in a situation. For example, time management is a key skill for success. The key to solving this problem is teamwork. By using these alternatives, you can express different degrees or aspects of importance, making your language more precise and varied. Would you like to explore more words or examples? Nice is a commonly used word to describe something pleasant or agreeable, but there are other words you can use to make your description sound more specific and refined. Let's look at 5 alternatives to nice. 1. Pleasant. This is a more formal alternative to nice and is used to describe something that brings comfort or satisfaction. For example, it was a pleasant evening with good company. She has a pleasant voice that is easy to listen to. 2. Friendly. Used to describe someone who is kind and welcoming, often in a social context. For example, the staff at the hotel were very friendly and helpful. He's a friendly person, always ready to make new friends. 3. Charming. Describes someone or something that is attractive in a delightful or enchanting way. For example, she gave a charming smile that brightened everyone's day. The village had a charming atmosphere, full of cozy cafes. 4. Delightful. This word is used to describe something that gives great pleasure or enjoyment. For example, we had a delightful time at the party. The weather was delightful all weekend. 5. Agreeable. Used to describe someone who is easy to get along with or something that is pleasant in nature. For example, she is an agreeable person who always listens to others. The agreeable weather made the picnic even more enjoyable. By using these alternatives, you can express a wider range of positive qualities and avoid overusing the word nice. So, as you can see, replacing common words like good, very, bad, happy, and nice with more specific alternatives can make your language sound richer and more interesting. By using words like excellent, incredible, fantastic, joyful, or delightful, you'll not only improve your vocabulary, but also express yourself more clearly and confidently. Remember, practice makes perfect. So, take a few of these new words and try to use them in your conversations. Over time, you'll notice a huge difference in your fluency and the way people perceive your English. If you found this helpful, feel free to leave a comment and share your favorite new word. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.